This is next level, Matt. This is stuff that I call myself a DayZ fanboy, but I've never heard that it was from the rabies virus, or if I have, I've forgotten. Ben, are you?
This is not. This is not canon. This is not canon. This is just that we put together back in like 2012 before it was ever released. Like,
no,
it's not canon.
No, it's canon now.
I have also found, and I think I'm just watching it in the background now. I think I've got so this is before no one ever outside of the original USEC community will have ever have seen this. And this was our first test map of DayZ. It's potato quality.
Don't care.
I will warn you of this. So our test map for the original mod was Utes. So this was recorded. If I'm reading the name right, this was recorded by Chad, who's one of the testers. So he's loading into Utes in one of the player roles on the mod. Dean Hall presents, yeah. And it'll say a USEC Force production, because USEC Force was our gaming clan. The super old logo. But we used to have this intro every single time you loaded onto a frickin' server. So on the 12th of March 2013, I imagine, the rabies virus mutated and something basically, and triggering a global pandemic. Basically, this was the backstory that we had to it, and it was very, very much based on 28 days later.
Spread among the world's population, triggering the virus creates a massive.
It was I can't remember, something shock, known as an
immune response.
Immune response known as an epilepsy. Is it something shock? And basically, yeah,
so
it would cause.
This is next level, Matt. This is stuff that I call myself a DayZ fanboy, but I've never heard that it was from the rabies virus, or if I have, I've forgotten. Ben, are you?
This is not. This is not canon. This is not canon. This is just that we put together back in like 2012 before it was ever released. Like,
no,
not canon.
No, it's canon now. It's canon now.
Yeah. So it says, for most, the fevers run so high that their heart stops and their brain cooks. I am also pausing and unpausing so I can actually read the text. 80% of the world's population die. And also, all of this artwork is fair use. Those that survive suffer brain damage from the virus, and
from the fever.
Oh, fever. Sorry, from the fever, and as the something
spreads.
You're best reading that.
The brain. I don't know. Yeah. Aggression, insomnia, something else, and something else. Okay. This feels like you predicted 2020.
Oh god. Yeah. Basically, it's giving you the background. It might have even been that text might have even been nicked off 28 days later. Society crumbles as the pandemic spreads rapidly. You are one of the 2% who are immune. This is your story.
Okay, folks, so here's where things start to get interesting. Now, I posted up on Reddit asking people if there were any other little bits of misinformation about DayZ that bug you. And pretty much the smartest guy I know when it comes to DayZ lore, Chambersenator, or known as Avagar on Reddit, piped up with a link to a document that I had never seen before. And it has a slightly different version of the DayZ lore, which he states is from the actual files from Arma 2. Now, this actually links to a website called dayzinversion.com/backstory. And slightly different, this is what you would see on the loading screen. Dean Hall presents a USEC Force production. On the 12th of March 2013, a prion disease spreads among the world's population, triggering a global pandemic. The disease causes proteins in the brain to be replaced with prions, ceasing regular function. Most people progress to dementia and then death as the brain is replaced with ineffective sludge. 86% of the world's population die. Some survive with the disease in a chronic state. Lacking regular brain function, they are scarcely human. They are unable to communicate, driven by insatiable desire for violence, and attracted to the scent of those uninfected. Society crumbles as the pandemic spreads rapidly. You are one of the 2% who are not infected yet. This is your story. And there's a note at the end. Note the use of yet at the end. Immunity is not guaranteed. Maybe survivors are immune, but it seems clear that Dean Hall wants to at least keep his options open for possible infection mechanics in the future. Of course, this was never included in the vanilla mod or vanilla standalone game. It does keep the door open for modders to include such a mechanic while still staying true to the original intent of the game. So the only person who can clarify it is probably Dean Hall himself, or Bohemia, as they own the game now, decide to ever introduce official lore. But I don't know. I just thought it was fascinating. The interview with Matt Lightfoot. There'll be a link in the comments to this video if you want to go and watch that full interview. Because not only this bombshell, he just dropped bombs everywhere, left, right, and centre. It's still my favourite podcast interview to this day. Just the lore that this guy has. From being involved in DayZ from almost its conception right through to the standalone project. Absolutely amazing, and it was a pleasure to have been able to spend a good 3 hours or so we did with him, just constantly being astounded by the little snippets he was dropping here and there. So I hope you guys all enjoy. Please don't forget to check out OGLevent, who I've engaged to edit this video for me. He does this for other people. I just felt this video deserved more than my half-assed, ham-fisted editing. It deserved a little bit more of a professional touch, and OGLevent does these services for anyone who, like myself, lacks those artistic skills themselves. So check him out. There'll be a link to his website, his Twitter and everything in the description below. All the best, and see you in the next podcast. Ciao for now.